Hello, everyone, and welcome to Wingcat Sports. It's our weekly Red Wings breakdown. We go over the games for this week and the games for next week. So they started out the week pretty good. They went into New York and beat the Islanders in overtime. I didn't really get to watch much of the game. I didn't get to really watch the replay of it either.
Right.
But from what I knew, it was a decent game that they played.
Yeah.
They ended up points-wise, team stats. So they had 36 shots on net compared to the 40 that the Islanders had. Islanders won more faceoffs. They didn't get any power play goals, it looks like, during the game. But overall, a well-rounded game for them. It's good that they started the week with the win like we needed them to.
Right. Valley's kind of interfered with this week because they sucked. We
Yes.
couldn't bring them up. So we didn't get to see as much as we wanted. It wasn't a great week, but it ended great. And that kind of made up for the other games. They were lackluster, I thought, against Florida. But Florida can do that to you. They're a very good defensive team.
Yep.
And are we going to go one game at a time?
Yeah, one game at a time.
All right.
So, yeah, going into the Florida game, they did lose 2-0 at home. Florida is a decent team. They always have been spotty, though, but they are 5-3-1 so far on the year at that point of that game. So they're about where with us at the moment. I don't expect them to be too great of a team this year, but they are going to be a okay team, I think. You did get outshot 27-22 that game. They won twice as many faceoffs. You could not capitalize on your power play opportunities. You had 5 power play opportunities that game.
Yep.
And you didn't score a single goal.
If Florida does anything well, they bottle you up in the middle. And it was kind of a dull game. Very low scoring. So, 2-0. Reimer played well. He's played well in every game we've had. So, add him in there. I think they're going to get him some more work. So,
yeah,
like I said, I think I'm looking around the league and a lot of teams are having the same problem. Teams like that we expected to be great were like Toronto and they're having a lull. So it's early. I just need, I'm glad we'll talk about the next game and then I'll get excited.
Yeah, the next game we came back. Well, we stayed at home. Boston came into town after you lost to them last week, and you ended up being the first team to beat them in regulation. You beat them 5-4. I haven't gotten to watch a replay of the game yet. From what I know, it was a really, really good game. You ended up out shooting them 40-30. You out hit them. They won a few more faceoffs than you, but that was about even. You capitalized on your power play, but you had 8 power play opportunities. I did not know that happened. They were on the power play a lot that game.
Well, they had 2 at the very end that kind of sealed Boston's fate. So I wouldn't. Yeah, basically it was the kind of game that makes you love hockey. It was just great all around, physical. I went into it just hoping that they'd give Boston some competition and stay in the game and make a good game. And they certainly went over my expectations and played just a great game. Boston is amazing. Boston just has some just amazing playmakers on there, and you watch them and you're just kind of like hoping that you could stay with them. But I think what I was thinking through the whole thing was basically you can't show them too much respect. The minute you start respecting them, they're just going to run all over you. You have to just go at them like, bats out of hell, whatever you want to say. A bunch of crazed dogs, like Lawrence Taylor used to say, and you just got to play balls to the wall. And you can't let up. You can't, and just hope for the best. That's the only way to play Boston. You cannot give them an inch. You got to go out every shift and play your ass off. And they actually started out slow. Boston got a couple of easy goals to start out. And then for whatever reason, Detroit just turned it on. Kind of like, I think Boston starts out in 5th gear and we start out in 3rd. And eventually we caught up and things went our way.
Yeah. And it's good you were able to get that win over such a good team. You're about to go face another really, really good team in the New York Rangers on Tuesday. They're 8-2-1 currently. So you're going right up against them at the same time. You're having tough back-to-back games because you're after you face the Rangers, you will face the Canadiens, but we'll start with the Rangers. So you are going to Madison Square Garden. You will be on national television on Tuesday. Shesterkin is a very good goalie.
Very good.
But it is always a close game when we play the Rangers. Even when Lundqvist was their goalie, it was always a close game, always a good game. I expect it to be a close game. Don't know if you're going to win in New York. Would be fantastic if you did.
Who's their top goal scorer?
Right now, their top goal scorer is Panarin. He is the top goal scorer at the moment.
And their point guy is
well, the top point guy is Panarin. The top goal scorer is Creedler.
Right.
Creeder.
They seem, when I was looking at them, they're very top heavy. You look at the Wings balance sheet, and we are very spread out all through our lineup. We got more 4-goal scorers than they do, more 3-goal scorers than they do. We're more balanced than they are. It seems like they have 3 or 4 guys that are doing most of the work for them.
So,
and that's it.
And we might get lucky on Tuesday when we face them because Shesterkin is day-to-day right now. So we'll see what ends up happening with that, if he's going to end up starting or not. If he's not starting, then we're going to be playing Jonathan Quick in that.
That would certainly be
depending on what exactly happens. There also Adam Fox is on the IR right now, so that is helpful for, I guess, the Red Wings defensively, not having to worry about a pretty good defenseman that is their top defenseman in New York, and he's out for a little bit. Stat-wise, we do average more goals per game than them at 3.75 compared to 3. Goals against, we do let up typically 1 more goal than them. We're about the same between goals against average and goals per game. We let up about 3 goals. We score about 4 goals. So it's pretty close.
It should be an even matchup, I think.
Shots per game is 31-27. Shots against is 30-27. So again, it's like the same numbers. We're pretty even. When it comes to power plays, they have a better power play than us and a better penalty kill than us by a couple percentage points. So
who are we playing at? Is this like a original 6 week? Are we going to play Toronto afterward?
No.
Who we play after Montreal?
So after New York, we are going to go play Montreal. We end up coming home to play Montreal on Thursday. Montreal has been doing pretty good so far this year too. They're 5-4-2 at the current moment.
Right.
Caulfield is the top points person on their team. Monahan is their top goal scorer. He has 6 goals compared to DeBrincat's 9 goals, 11 points compared to Larkin's 17 points, and Caulfield also has the highest amount of assists on their team with 7 assists compared to Larkin's 12 assists. At the moment, Allen is their starting goalie, along with, you already know, Husso is ours. Husso hasn't been doing too bad. He's 5-2 so far with a 3.37 goals against average and an 896 save percentage. Reimer has a much better goals against average and save percentage at a 1.52 goals against and a 944 save percentage. None of the Montreal goalies except for Allen have a save percentage above 900. Right. So depending on who we face will again probably depend on what's going on. It's going to be a
fun week. I always love the original 6 weeks. Who do we play after Montreal?
Well, I'm not done with Montreal.
Okay.
So goals per game, Montreal averages just under 3. We're above 3. Goals against, over 3. So actually, they have a goals against average that's higher than the goals they score. So that's actually weird that they have a winning record with that going on.
I think that they're eventually going to fade, but
we have a better power play, and their power play percentage is only 20%, and their penalty kill is 75%.
Yeah, I can't see them hanging on much.
So we should beat Montreal. I don't see any problem with that. And then you're going to end this week on Saturday, a 1:00 game on NHL Network, so we're not going to be able to watch it, against the Columbus Blue Jackets, a game you should 100% win.
Garbage.
They are a terrible team. You should beat the Blue Jackets. They're 4-5, so I mean they're average, but there isn't much that they got going on. Their averages for their team, they only have a 12% power play, but they have a decent penalty kill at 86%. goal. They're only scoring 2.5 goals per game compared to the 3 goals they get scored on them. So you should win 2 games this week at least. You should beat the Canadians, I think, and should beat the Blue Jackets before you end up going to Europe. In 2 weeks, they have their Europe games.
How many games do they play in Europe?
2.
What games? Who do they play in Europe?
Senators and Maple Leafs, both on NHL Network, so we're not going to be able to watch them.
They're both on. Well, we can go to the bar and watch them.
No, we can't.
Why can't we?
They're at 1 and 2 o'clock.
In the afternoon?
Yeah,
Why can't we go to the bar?
because I'll be asleep.
Well, I can go to the bar.
I'll be working 7 to 7 from now on.
They're not going to be on
overnight, so I'm gonna
Bally's?
Nope, they're on NHL Network. Unless there are on Bally's, but it says NHL Network.
We'll see.
So we'll see when that happens.
I can't imagine.
But I think it's going to be a decent week. They should win
Does
at least
Grandma have
2 out of 3.
NHL
No,
now?
she does not. She does not.
Maybe we can get it for a week.
No, we can't.
Oh, okay.
But I do think we're going to win 2 out of 3 games this week. They should beat the Canadians and should beat the Blue Jackets.
Yep, they should. All right, great.
But with all that being said, right, if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, do all that fun stuff. Let me know what you think in the comments. And until next time, hope to see everybody soon.